easy on first Friday, so I could go hard on second Friday. But you still gotta do the best you can. That's what we're all doing. Fried Chicken Friday. I love the sound of that. Hello, Amy in Detroit. Keith, Florida. Welcome. I did not email Ramon, but Jen, but I did message him. I downloaded Facebook Messenger, which is probably the third or fifth time that I've downloaded Facebook Messenger, because I don't want to have to do that. But when I went to try and message Ramon, it was like, you've got to download Facebook Messenger. So I did message him, but I don't think I've heard back from him. But then again, I downloaded Facebook Messenger, I messaged Ramon, but I did not turn on notifications, so he may have messaged me back, and I haven't seen that yet. But I am trying. That is what I'm doing. Clinton, yes, it's actual Friday. Julie, you're not here? You got to work? Okay. I believe you, but I don't believe you. Yeah, so we're all wondering where Ramon is. You got your Friday drink, and are you ready for a half hour of insightful inspiration? Well, I'll see what I can do. Rachel heard back from Ramon. He's been dealing with severe migraine with nausea and dizziness for 5 days. Oh, that's terrible. We'll have to have a little. Have a little party for him when he comes out of that. I've got a couple of friends with migraines, and it's horrible, horrible. It's the last Friday of the month. Yeah, but the second Friday of the week. I know, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird, Betsy. Poor Ramon. Exactly. Everybody knows about the migraines but me. But Darren, Rich, good to see you. Maybe it's time. Wow, geez, where's the trivia book? Where have I moved that? Oh, it's over there. Hopefully Belinda's going to be in a minute. Let's have a little wisdom of our fathers. This is okay. This is a short one. This is called the Heisman. You wouldn't want to see a father do this too often. Once in a lifetime, what a memory. My dad was born and raised in Ohio, and after World War II, he attended Ohio State University. I was in the 8th grade, sitting in math class, when I heard the school secretary say over the intercom that I should come immediately to the office because my father was waiting for me there. Of course, I feared the worst, but when I saw him standing there, he had a big grin on his face. When I asked him why he had come, he said, Archie Griffin won the Heisman Trophy about an hour ago, and I wanted to tell you. Archie Griffin was a great Ohio State halfback. My father was so excited, he just couldn't help himself. Well, that's a football one, Jen. I hope that one doesn't ring such a bell for me because I'm not familiar with Archie Griffin, but I do get that was a father and a son who both loved football, and so the father was coming in to be there with his son to share that moment. Jen, you celebrated yesterday with a Bloody Mary, so no celebration today. Well, it is second Friday, so you could go twice, but Brad, good to see you. Happy belated Gorilla Day. Oh, wow, I wish I knew about Gorilla Day. Well, I wish I had I think I'm going to get a space suit for my Halloween costume this year, but don't tell Belinda. Oh, wait. Started out with wine, spare ribs, then an old fashioned. Awesome book. It humbles everyone who reads it. Yeah, the Tim Russett book. Yeah, you'll. That was one of the rare ones. I was hoping I would start crying, but I couldn't manage it. I couldn't manage it for that one. So what else have we got in here? I don't know. Belinda, maybe I did remind her that the show is starting, but we can't be sure that she's going to show up on time every time. It just makes me feel like, did I show up at the wrong time? No, it's 3:07. If you could have front row seats to any concert, who would you like to see? Who would I like to see? I'd almost like to go. There's a lot of concerts I would go to now because there's no concerts. But if I could have front row seats to any concert, I would really like to see the Rolling Stones. I get it. I may have waited too late, but I would really like to see the Rolling Stones. I'd really like to see Bruce Springsteen. Those are people of an era of the current time, or maybe just in the. I'd love to see Bruno Mars. That's who I'd like to go see, Bruno Mars. But we looked into those tickets. I mean, Rolling Stones, of course you expect those to be ridiculous. I looked into Bruno Mars tickets, and it was going to be, oh my God, it was going to be, on the way to $1,000 for three of us to go. So we didn't. Scott, you've been to the Home Depot and back. Well, congratulations. It's always nice. It's always nice to make a trip to the depot. I don't think I've been to the Home Depot since Varinus. And it's one of my favorites, along with Costco. That's where I go with my friend Jeb. Oh, Lady Jerry, welcome aboard.
Hello.
I was wondering if you were going to make it.
Yeah.
I see you've got an outfit special for today. That's terrific.
Well, I was going to have all my special F-bomb. Is that going to be...
Oh, Jen would go see Ozzy. Yeah, Ozzy could be fun. I don't know what that would be like. Brad, you want to see a guy named Jake Johansson? Man, I would love to have you see me. But the first few times you go see me after the Varinus are going to be weird. Well, I'm going to prepare a special Varinus edition of my show. Reiner said he needed to tear up. He'd pluck a nose hair. Well, Rob Reiner. You can't trust that guy.
Yeah, that's
you look
ridiculous.
great. You look great, Lady Jerry.
Oh, thanks.
I mean,
thanks.
in your evening gown. I know you're going for a hike later, so you've dressed specifically for the show.
Well, I was going to wear all my presents, so I've got, oopsie, God. And I'm trying to get them. So I've got sock puppets on. I've got my my Morse code fuck off bracelet on, and I cannot find the F-bomb T-shirt. I had to ask Fanula if she had it because I can't. I've looked in the dirty laundry. I've looked in my clean laundry. Have you stolen my F-bomb T-shirt?
I'm wearing it as underpants right now.
Oh God!
No, I don't have it. We're talking about.
Yes. Hello.
Question from the question box. I was saying, if you could go see any concert front row. Brad says he'd go see Sir Paul McCartney. We've seen Paul McCartney.
Oh, yeah, that was
It was
fantastic.
an unbelievable show.
Yeah.
Jen has already done Ozzy front row. I bet it was awesome. I'd go see Ozzy. I mean, he's not my cup of tea, as they say, but I definitely would go see Ozzy. Darren says the depot's in a scary place, abundant of no maskers. Yeah, well, California, I think we're going to have everybody wearing a mask at the depot, but I could be wrong about that. The Home Depot.
Uma would go see Snoop Dogg.
That could be a fun show.
So today on the radio, they were talking about the year 1980 and all these albums from it, and they were talking about, Roxy Music and blah, 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 this person, that person, and all the amazing music that Stevie Wonder put out in the 70s. And then they played Talking Heads, Remain in Light. What was the song? Houses in Motion. Oh my God, I was so happy. I mean, I had been surfing, I was coming home, I was listening to the radio, they played one of my favorite bands of all times. I would like to go, I made Jake go and see the movie of Stop Making Sense with me.
Well, you didn't make me go. I wanted to go. No,
you wanted to go.
And it was super fun. I had seen that when it first came out, Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense, the movie of their concert.
And we just went down into the pit because I bought us special tickets where you didn't have to sit in your seat, and we just pretended we were at the concert and danced.
Well, that's what everyone was doing. But it was really pretty great because people were in the pit dancing to this concert that had been recorded decades earlier. And when someone on stage in the movie finished a solo, people in the crowd would go, yeah. It was really great.
But there were other people who were just standing in the pit and watching the movie, and I'm like, look, you either go sit in a seat and watch the movie. If you're in the pit, you've got to be either do this or be dancing when you're in the pit.
Yeah, move it or lose it.
And then I'm gonna go over and get my special lovely mug with my special
You're really
lovely
pulling
socks.
out all the t-shirts.
All the t-shirts, all the gifts.
All the stops.
Yeah. He cannot multitask.
I
He's
can't talk and
useless at
read
it.
and think.
I mean, and I say that with love, because I do love you. I say that you're useless at it, in a loving way, not in a mean, yucky, horrible way.
Joan says all the bands she likes have mosh pits.
Queen, Billy Squires, the
Oh,
opener.
hey, wait. What's this say? Stephanie, my dad tells me you went to vet college with him. Well, I didn't really go to vet college. I went to Iowa State University intending to go to vet school, but I changed my major pretty early on in my first year, so I was barely pre-vet for a minute.
But you did do a bit of vet.
Well, no, you don't. You just take your freshman requirements. You don't you don't take any
Oh,
veterinary
right.
anything.
Yeah, you don't have to stick your hand up a cow's bottom or anything for veterinary. Or do
Holy
you?
cow, Darren, his 17th birthday, his brother took him to see Queen, and Billy Squire was the opener. Wow, there's a time machine show that you don't have to use your time machine for that, Darren, but I would go to that show. Peter Gabriel puts on a great show. Oh yeah, I could get into that.
I saw that David Byrne show where they're all wearing grey and it's little beads.
What David Byrne show? You mean the one that Laura says is coming to HBO?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get you to do that a little bit.
Oh God, I can't. I'm hot because I've got my socks on.
You are hot.
On my hands, and yes, it was really fantastic. I loved that show, and yes, I think it'd be cool on HBO. But I'm glad I got to see it for reals in real life. I was thinking about that in the car, thinking about concerts.
Oh, Stephanie is Brad's daughter. She's just straightening that out.
Oh right,
Yeah,
okay.
good to know. Good to know. Thank you. Kevin had a dream the other night that you were a musician, Jake. I was talking to someone and telling them I wasn't too keen on your music, but the other person said that you had really good lyrics. True story. True story that you had that dream. Yeah, I would imagine my lyrics would be a little bit stronger than my musical ability because I don't really have too much of that.
Okay, I have to take these off now because it's just getting a little bit hot. But no, Jen, that I do love them, and it's just there's a little bit of fall in the air, and so I got them on today. And then, but I'm stripping down to my Morse code bracelet. Ed, we saw Elvis Costello last year at the Greek. My daughter and I, did you see him with the Debbie Harry? Was that the show that you saw? I took Fanula to see that. Not we, I mean we, as in me and my daughter.
Rachel's first concert, Chuck Mangione. I used to love Chuck Mangione. I was a sucker for some, what was that, 70s jazz trumpet or poppy jazz. Jen got whiplash at Metallica. Sadly, she was 42. Oh man, one of my favorite rock and roll souvenirs is this friend that I had in Washington, D.C. had a Metallica hockey jersey that was so awesome. And I kept trying to figure out how to get one, but it's one of those time machine souvenirs. They don't sell it anymore, and but it was pretty great. Betsy saw Eric Clapton for her 16th birthday. Santana opened. Wow.
But the pot and the percussion made her feel unwell. Clapton did heal her, though.
Yeah. Pot, you got to go easy with the pot. Concerts are a powerful experience on their own.
Yeah, and when you're 16, if you're, it depends. I mean, maybe you were really good with pot already by then, but it's always knowing, like, how much to smoke, when to stop, if you're eating it, what's the dose, how strong is it?
Darren says on the other end of the spectrum, he saw Yakov Smirnoff. Yeah, I saw Yakov down at the Comedy and Magic Club just within the last year, I think, maybe a year and a half, and he's still got it. I mean, he must be 70 years old, but he's still funny because he's still doing these shows in Branson, and he's quite the entrepreneur. He really figured something out, that Yakov, whether you love his comedy or not. And I have to say, I really did like Yakov in the beginning. He's Russian, and so he had a lot of jokes about being Russian, in Russian, you are the doctor, that he's funny.
Never saw him, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, oh boy. All right, Paul Revere and the Raiders, 1970. Keith, you're taking it back. My first concert was Carole King for the Tapestry album. How's that for a hormone imbalance? Oh yeah. Boy, Jen, you found a link to the Metallica hockey jersey right off the bat. You really would make someone a great... If I was rich, I'd hire you as my personal assistant because I'd have to be careful what I said around you because you just keep handing me things that I mentioned the day before. Oh, here's that hockey jersey you mentioned. Oh, remember when you said you thought you'd like to have a toupee to make yourself look like Ozzy Osbourne? I found that.
I would prefer you not to have a toupee to look like Ozzy Osbourne. If I can just put my 2 cents.
Well, I don't really want it either, but I can imagine in passing, I would just say it
if you said it out loud to Jen,
would be behind me, and then all at once she'd tap me on the shoulder and hand it to me.
Yeah, between Jen and Rachel, you could really end up with some pretty fantastic things.
Yeah, Clinton's mom took him to see Neil Diamond as his first concert at 7 years old, and you say he jumped on the piano during Forever in Blue Jeans? Well, I believe it. I mean, Neil Diamond, he's trying to make you have a good time, whether you want to or not. And I feel like that's Barry Manilow too. I opened for Barry Manilow in a bunch of shows, and you could say what you want about that guy, but he puts on a great show. It was just a pleasure to watch him. Oh yeah, Kevin, you miss rock concerts. But now your next door neighbors smoke so much pot that every day I go outside and you feel like you're at a concert. Yeah, well, there you go. Pot can make a lot of dreams come true. ELO Hall & Oates, Rich. I like that concert. I'd go see that. Oh wow, Don, you're speaking Jen's language. Ozzy with Metallica as the opening act, 1986. Bang. That sounds like a good show. Keys, Beach Boys in Indianola, Iowa. Oh, wow. That one would have been fun. It just is such a wholesome idea. The Beach Boys in Indianola, Iowa. ELO is amazing in concert, Jen says. I would definitely go to see. They come out in a giant UFO. Yeah, I would watch that. You don't need a lot of pot to enjoy something like that. Oh, God, have you ever seen George Clinton? I've never seen George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, but man, I hear that show was unbelievable. A buddy of mine, Dr. Kevin Fitzgerald, comedian in Denver, used to do security, and oh my God, he said those shows were just unbelievable because they spent all the money on making the show correct. Spaceship lands and people roller skate out onto the stage. And
which band is that? Sorry,
George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic. Great show. Brad saw Elvis when he was 10.
But he's not that old.
Yeah,
he
no,
says.
you're not that
Right.
old, Brad. I just wouldn't.
You totally get it.
Yeah, maybe.
This one that Scott had, where he chaperoned his daughters to Red Hot Chili Peppers, Metallica, Ozzy, The Cure. Oh my God!
Wow, what kind of a show was that? Must have been some kind of crazy festival show.
And I've seen the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and they are fun. I have not seen Tom Jones in concert, but I would like to see Tom Jones in concert.
Oh, God, I saw Tom Jones at Jazz Fest. Boom, boom. I saw Tom Jones at Jazz Fest, and this is within the last 5 years. Unbelievable. So great. If you get a chance to go see Tom Jones, that guy, he's still got it. His voice is still great, and his song choice, I think it's his son is helping him out with picking songs. You know, he sings that Prince song, I Want Your Kiss, and he wears the tight pants, and he gives you a little pelvic, you know, you get what you want. You get what you want. Yeah. Tom Jones, don't let your daughter too close to Tom Jones.
People love it. Okay.
Keys is told he danced in his diapers to Elvis. We're all going to be dancing in our diapers to Elvis someday.
I suppose so.
If things go according to plan. Mm-hmm. What one goal do you hope to accomplish this year?
Oh, well, I'd really like to land my show somewhere.
Oh, yes, I would like that for you, too.
Yeah, so that's my goal. That's my goal. Yep.
Your environmental show.
Yes.
Do you have any timeline on when you're going to be releasing your big interview with
I
Mark?
don't actually yet, but maybe I'll release it next week. So that would be a great time for you guys. I'll let you know to go, see my stuff if you haven't seen it already, and become subscribers to my.
Please subscribe.
Yeah,
to
please.
Belinda's YouTube and all of her social things. I feel like the Fun Meter. This reminiscing about rock concerts. Man, check out the Fun Meter. We're in the red. This is pretty great. I'm excited about that.
You have to turn the fart machine on if you want it to work.
Well, there we go.
I thought the first one, just the little, kind of subtle fart.
It often starts with the subtle
one.
one.
Let's not have a teary story.
I read a brief one at the beginning from the Tim Russert book, but it wasn't a tearjerker. It was just a quickie.
It's supposed to be really hot in California next week. They're saying down here where we live, which it doesn't normally get so hot at the beach, 87, 87, 89. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week.
Hotsy-totsy.
Yeah, what's it going to be like in Northern California for you fellas up there? And then there's winds coming, so everyone's got to get ready.
Darren's goal is to be more tolerant of other people's incompetence. That's a good one. I feel like we're all challenged by that, and I know at first glance when you hear something like that, it makes it seem like, oh, you're so competent. But I feel like we all kind of can look at other people and think that they're morons and they're doing something stupid when really they're doing the best that they can. Uma, we had a big talk about Ramon at the beginning of the show. He's suffering from some migraines. And so he's really out of commission for the past few days. But he's in contact with, this may be a surprise to some of you, but he's in contact with Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, 94 on the Bay. God, hot. Really hot. So Ramon is having migraines. Has he got good medication? Because that's one thing I need. And Rachel, tell him also that I'm sure Ramon knows this because he's a Marine, so he knows, all the important survival stuff. He needs to be drinking a fuckload of water.
Yes, Dr. Jerry checking in.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, and you can tell Ramon that we really, I know Diablo wins. Yuck. Ugh.
What about Diablo wins?
Oh, right.
Clinton says
red flag warning with Diablo's. That's why you're here, Jerry, because I'm just a blurter.
Well,
I
believe it
blurt
or not,
out
some
and
people are watching this without constantly looking at the comments, and so it's helpful to them.
I know.
There's
contextualize
because
the
there's many people watching who are not participating on all of the levels.
Good that you're here.
Oh God.
And that you can remind
Where's the
me.
marriage at right now?
Oh, it's in the 7s somewhere. I was really liking you a lot before the show, and then right now, 7s. I mean, you'll pop back up.
Michael, who's from Switzerland, checking in again. Great. What's his goal? Our goal: more money from people that are avoiding tax paying in their home countries, and sell more chocolate. Yeah, well, Swiss chocolates are great, and good luck to collecting taxes. I mean, it seems like.
I'm going to do a thing when you finish your thing.
But I don't want Michael to think that this is about him.
No, it's not. Sorry, I'm going to reply to something. Oh my God. All right.
You go ahead.
Yeah, no, you finish what you're doing, and then I'm going to do what I'm doing.
Rich wants to know how much is a
fuckload. I was going to say it's about 100 of these. So get your socks and fill them up 100 times and drink every one. Okay, that's it. And maybe I'm going to leave the show right now. Okay.
Really? Why?
Well,
come on.
I feel like
Did you get your feelings hurt?
No, I didn't get my feelings hurt. I just feel like I'm,
Are you warm?
Yes, I'm drinking hot tea, so I'm overheating.
I drank that coffee the other day and I got really hot.
Yeah, because we also don't have we haven't even got a fan going in here.
No, that's my fault. And I put on this shirt, which is also warm.
I know, you got all dressed up.
I went dress up. I went dress up for me for Friday, and I just want everyone to know. Got the orange pants off. I'm wearing some black trousers.
Oh yeah, we put him. We did put some new pants on him. Well, he put some new pants on himself, and then I told him that he hadn't done it all the way because he was walking around with his fly undone. But hopefully, you didn't go to morning coffee with your mates.
I went to get my flu shot with my fly undone.
Oh God, poor. What's our lovely lady who works over at Walgreens who we really like, who's from New Orleans?
I don't think it was her. I didn't ask though when I was there.
I don't want you going to get your flu shot with her without your fly done up because that just I think is rude. A fuckload is way more answering Don than a buttload and less than a shitload.
Well, I think a buttload and a shitload. A shitload is more than a buttload, I think. The other one is more than both of those.
Okay, I'm going to hit my F-bomb limit in 5 minutes.
So Scott says he thinks the marriage might be slipping into the 6s.
Ooh,
I doubt that we're in the 6s. Come on.
No, it would have to be way worse than this for us to be in the 6s. I mean, I'd have to really be, if it was in the 6s, I'd be hating Jake and he would have done something terrible. And he's really been quite sweet. I mean, all he's pointing out, he's just giving me a direction that I don't contextualialize things. I just yell out back at the comments.
I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, I know. Happy to help. Yeah, don't help me.
Oh, man.
I prefer to just,
Let's take your temperature to make sure.
Oh, no. Take your own temperature.
Man, Lady Jerry's really had it with the show today. It's a good thing we're coming up on a break. 97.3.
Okay, you can take mine after that. But if it says 97.3, then,
97.5.
Yeah.
You're 97.7, it says.
Yeah, the problem is I don't actually just trust that thing. I don't think it's right. 97.8. But it's interesting because then it would mean that consistently... and I know they say that our body temperatures are going down, but mine has gone down over the space of 6 months of there being a coronavirus. I used to always be in the 98s, and now I'm in the 97s. It's that thing.
Darren thinks the marriage is at a 2.5. Shall we call an attorney?
Oh, Darren!
You're wrong
Darren!
about you're wrong.
That is crap.
You're wrong about that, Darren. But here, let me tell you a little factoid about our marriage. We're at a point in our lives where we're not financially successful enough to get a divorce. So we really are highly incentivized to work it out.
Well, we don't want to get a divorce.
I don't want to get a divorce.
No,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, we're pretty happy.
I'm in it for the long haul.
I know, we're happy.
I've been trying to get you to kiss me all day, and you're just like, will you get away from me?
Oh, that is not true. I did give you a kiss. I just was on my way to the loo, so I didn't, I wasn't like, I can't have a whole make-out session because I actually need to go to the loo right now.
Don is asking, is there an F-bomb threshold after which you're officially declared Scottish? Solid one, Don.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
That's a solid joke.
I mean,
and I think it's okay to make jokes about Scottish people of Scottish origin.
Saying fuck a lot?
Maybe also if you're white. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, I do try in my everyday life to not, drop too many F-bombs. I mean, it depends, I suppose, on the mood that I'm in. But I do notice sometimes when I'm going a little effing overboard and it's, time to sort of rein myself in because that's just a few, too many.
Darren just called himself a butter dick. That's one of our greatest hits. So next week it looks like we're going to be here. We were going to go down surfing to Trestles possibly next week, but I think we're going to go the week after because the surf is going to be a little better. We're not for sure, so we'll find out for sure on Monday. We'll be here for sure on Monday and Tuesday, probably the rest of the week, but either next week or the week after we're going to take
the surf looks it looks like it's going to be big. Did you see the pretty board I just got that I borrowed, that April said I could borrow?
No,
her John Baum board. She called him Baum his whole life, and then it's actually they're German, so it's pronounced Baum. But anyway, Baum.
Like Frank L. Baum?
Yes, I suppose so.
Do you know who that is?
No.
He wrote The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that guy. Right. I never even knew. I had no idea who wrote The Wizard of Oz. So it's a yellow board, yellow and red. And it's got a nice rock on it. It's 8 feet long, so 2 inches longer than the one I was surfing on today.
Rich says his son dropped an F-bomb during his first day at kindergarten. Yeah, I wonder where he got that from too, Rich.
Yeah, Rich. Kevin thinks that we're only at a 6 now. We'll be at a 12 by tonight.
No, we're both at a 6, together we're at 12. Oh, Lady Jerry.
Yeah. Maybe I just won't read the comments.
Well,
maybe that would be
that's
better.
That's what you could do.
Yeah, if I just don't do that, I'll let you read the comments. But then I'd be sort of flying a little bit blind because I wouldn't know what people were saying.
Well, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Would you have a question for Mr. Predicto? Or should we go straight to a Seize the Day?
Well, it would be really good to know if next week is going to be the really good week down at Trestles or the week after.
Will next week?
But
Will next week be the best week for us to surf down at Trestles, Mr. Predicto? Will next week be the best week to surf at Trestles?
Everything points to yes.
Everything points to
yes,
Jerry.
A definitive and decisive Mr. Predicto. Because remember yesterday...
Except for Surfline.
Well, yeah. No, but actually, it probably is going to be good because it's going to have size, and it might not be as big as it says it is. And if there is size, you can move away from the size. If you don't want to be in such big waves. Anyway, I'm ready.
All right.
Okay. Is that one we've had before?
Yeah. I think we may be ready for Seize the Day 3. As this is one of the remaining ones in Seize the Day 2 that I haven't read. So our Seize the Day, happy Friday, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, and let's give thanks to the Almighty for this week with 2 Fridays. Chico Xavier, spelled with an X, A-V-I-E-R, Chico Xavier. Though nobody can go back and make a new beginning, anyone can start over and make a new ending. Chico.
Can you do it again? Because I wasn't listening. I was reading some
Though
comments.
nobody can go back and make a new beginning, anyone can start over and make a new ending. Well, you can't change what already happened, but you can change what's going to happen.
Yeah, you can.
It's never too late. It's never too late to
get on the right bus, to get on the right foot.
To get on the right bus.
Get on the right bus, get on the right foot.
Oh boy.
I don't know what.
Betsy said batshit crazy on a Zoom call with her preacher nephew this week. That's nice.
Jen says, "What the cinnamon toast fuck?"
Wow, there's some good toasting in here.
Yeah.
There's some good swearing, toast swearing. Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick, the dead milkman. I like that one, Keys. All right, let's all have a good weekend.
Yep. Let's have a good weekend, guys.
I want you to have a good weekend.
I'm gonna.
Good.
Yeah. Should I tell you what I'm gonna do?
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
Thanks, Brad, and thank you for bringing your lovely daughter to the show today. You've been watching Dark. Yeah, Dark is a lot of time travel things, and we're on the third season, and we're so lost.
Well, it's also the thing is that ability to change things, but they're not as well, because the thing is the characters get so lied to from the people who they think are their guides, instead of
one character, his older self, is lying to his younger self in Dark. Anyway, spoiler alert. I don't think you can spoil it. It's
I don't.
Confusing
It's so
that
confusing.
you can't. If you're watching the show, you don't know if what I just told you is something that's going to happen or already happened. So. Next week, for sure, we're going to have at least one Friday, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys all on Monday. Thanks for watching, and